Happy New Year and welcome to 2026, a calm beginning that gives you space to reset without pressure, noise, or unrealistic expectations. This year is not here to rush you forward, but to help you move with clarity, patience, and intention. Many people start a new year trying to change everything at once, which slowly creates stress instead of real growth. True change feels lighter when it begins quietly and grows step by step over time. You may feel behind in life, but that feeling often comes from carrying too many expectations at the same time. When the mind feels overloaded, even simple progress can start to feel heavy and confusing. This year does not ask for perfection, discipline, or endless motivation to prove your worth. It only asks you to notice what has been holding you back without judging yourself for it. Change feels impossible when life looks like one big problem that must be solved immediately. Change feels possible when you focus on one small area you can gently improve first. One small decision repeated daily creates more progress than sudden motivation that fades quickly. Consistency grows naturally when your goals feel calm instead of overwhelming. If your life feels stuck right now, it does not mean you are weak or incapable of moving forward. It often means your mind needs clarity, not more pressure, effort, or force. An unclear mind jumps between goals, fears, and comparisons, leaving little space for steady direction. A clear mind chooses one path and walks it slowly without constant self-doubt. Instead of asking how to fix your entire life this year, ask where to begin calmly and honestly. The right starting point usually feels lighter, not forced, stressful, or exhausting. You do not need to rebuild every habit, routine, or system in your life to move forward. You only need one small action that helps rebuild trust with yourself again. Trust grows when your actions slowly align with your intentions, even in imperfect and quiet ways. This alignment creates confidence that does not depend on motivation or approval. Many people wait to feel ready before they begin, but readiness often comes after action, not before it. Small actions teach your mind that progress is safe and manageable. This year is not asking you to race, compete, or compare your progress with anyone else. It invites you to move at your own pace without fear of falling behind. When you stop rushing, you start noticing what actually matters and what can be released. Letting go of unnecessary pressure creates space for real change to grow. Progress becomes sustainable when it fits into your real life instead of fighting against it. Sustainable change feels slower at first, but lasts much longer in the end. In the next part, we will explore the first inner shift that makes change feel lighter and more natural. This shift quietly prepares your mind for everything that follows. Real change begins when you stop trying to control everything outside and start understanding what is happening inside your mind. Most struggles feel external, but their roots are usually internal and quiet. The first inner shift is learning to observe your thoughts instead of reacting to them immediately. When you pause before reacting, your mind slowly regains balance and control. Many people live on mental autopilot, repeating the same patterns without questioning where they lead. Awareness breaks this cycle by creating space between thought and action. When you notice your thoughts without judging them, they lose their power to overwhelm you. Calm observation slowly replaces emotional reactions with clarity. This shift does not require positive thinking or forcing optimism into difficult moments. It only requires honesty about what you feel and why you feel it. Most emotional exhaustion comes from resisting your own thoughts instead of understanding them. Acceptance reduces inner tension and frees energy for meaningful action. When you stop fighting your thoughts, your mind stops working against you. This cooperation creates mental clarity that feels natural rather than forced. Instead of asking why you feel unmotivated, ask what your mind is protecting you from. Often, lack of motivation is a sign of mental overload, not laziness. Clarity grows when you listen to your inner signals instead of ignoring them. These signals quietly guide you toward healthier decisions. This inner shift teaches you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. Thoughtful responses lead to actions you can sustain over time. You may notice that once your mind feels calmer, decisions feel lighter and simpler. Calm minds choose better paths without constant overthinking. The goal is not to silence your thoughts, but to understand their patterns. Understanding replaces confusion with direction. As awareness grows, you begin noticing habits that drain your energy without giving anything back. Letting go of these habits creates space for growth. This process happens gradually and often feels subtle at first. Small inner changes quietly reshape your daily behavior. When your inner world becomes calmer, your outer life naturally starts to reflect that balance. Change then feels aligned rather than forced. This shift builds the foundation for consistent action without burnout. A calm mind supports steady progress. You are not changing who you are removing the noise that hides your clarity. Your true direction becomes easier to see. This inner clarity prepares you for the next step, which is choosing one external action that matches your values. Inner change must be followed by simple action. In the next part, we will explore how to choose the right external step without overwhelming yourself. This step will turn clarity into visible progress. After gaining inner clarity, the next step is choosing one simple action that fits naturally into your daily life. Action should feel supportive, not heavy or demanding. Many people fail at change because they choose actions that look impressive instead of actions that feel realistic. Sustainable progress always starts with what you can repeat calmly. The right action is usually small, clear, and slightly uncomfortable, but never overwhelming. If it feels heavy, it is likely too big for now. This step is not about doing more, but about doing less with intention. Focus creates momentum when effort is directed in one place. Choose one action that aligns with the direction you want your life to move this year. Alignment matters more than speed or intensity. This action could be as simple as a daily walk, a short reflection, or reducing one unnecessary habit. Small actions carry deep power when done consistently. Your mind learns through repetition, not through occasional bursts of effort. Repetition quietly trains your identity over time. When you repeat one action daily, you send a message to your mind that change is safe. Safety creates consistency without resistance. Avoid adding multiple actions at once, even if you feel motivated. Motivation fades, but simple structure remains. Structure protects progress on days when motivation disappears. It keeps you moving even when energy is low. Progress should fit into your real life, not an ideal version of it. Realistic actions survive busy and difficult days. If you miss a day, the goal is not guilt, but return. Returning quickly keeps small setbacks from becoming long breaks. Consistency is built by continuing, not by being perfect. Imperfect action still moves you forward. Over time, This single action begins to change how you see yourself. Identity shifts quietly through repeated behavior. You start trusting yourself because your actions match your intentions more often. Trust removes inner conflict. As trust grows, adding future steps becomes easier and more natural. Growth then feels earned, not forced. This phase teaches patience because results may not appear immediately. Slow change is still real change. Most strong foundations are invisible at first. What grows slowly tends to last longer. This step prepares you for long-term consistency, which is where real transformation lives. Consistency turns effort into lifestyle. In the next part, we will explore how to protect this progress and continue growing without losing balance. That final step completes the cycle of change. Real transformation lasts only when you learn how to protect your progress instead of constantly pushing for more. Growth becomes fragile when balance is ignored. Many people lose momentum not because they stop trying, but because they demand too much from themselves too quickly. Pressure slowly breaks consistency. Long-term change requires learning when to move forward and when to slow down. Balance keeps progress stable during difficult phases. Your life will not always feel calm, organized, or predictable, and that is normal. Progress must survive chaos, not depend on perfect conditions. Protecting your growth means respecting your limits without using them as excuses. Limits guide you, they do not define you. Rest is not a reward for progress, but a requirement for maintaining it. A rested mind makes better decisions naturally. When you feel tired or unfocused, the goal is not to quit, but to adjust your pace. Adjustment keeps movement alive. Small pauses prevent burnout and allow clarity to return before frustration builds. Pausing wisely is part of moving forward. Consistency does not mean doing the same thing every day with the same intensity. It means returning to your direction again and again. Some days progress will feel invisible, but that does not mean it is absent. Invisible growth often matters the most. Avoid measuring your life only through results, because results arrive after patience. Measure progress by how often you return. Returning after distraction, fatigue, or doubt is a sign of real strength. Strength is built through recovery, not control. As your habits stabilize, your confidence grows quietly without effort. Confidence rooted in action does not need validation. You begin to trust your pace instead of comparing it with others. Comparison fades when direction feels clear. This trust allows you to grow without constantly questioning yourself. Self-doubt loses power when consistency is present. Over time, what once required effort begins to feel natural. Repetition slowly turns action into identity. You are no longer trying to change your life. You are simply living it differently. Change becomes part of who you are. This is how transformation stays real, calm, and sustainable through the year. Slow growth creates lasting stability. 2026 does not end with perfection, but with progress you can carry forward. Carrying progress matters more than finishing strong. This journey continues beyond this moment, one steady step at a time, and that is how real change lives on.